Did you know? Each year, the world harvests over 60 million tons of mangoes, an enormous figure that, if stacked together, could cover the entire city of Miami, Florida. And among those millions of tons, the finest mangoes are carefully selected to create sweet little miracles, bringing the taste of summer to every corner of the world. That journey begins in lush green orchards where each ripe mango is carefully hand-picked to preserve its smooth golden skin and tender, juicy flesh. Then they're delivered to high-tech factories where modern technology transforms fresh mangoes into irresistible products like frozen mango, dried mango, and especially mango juice, the sweet, beloved drink enjoyed all around the world. Today, Agriculture Insight will take you through the entire journey, from orchard to factory, from sun-kissed mangoes to plates around the world. If India is the mango capital of the world, producing over 50% of the global mango supply, then the United States is the world's largest consumer market for imported mangoes, with a skyrocketing growth rate that has surpassed many other tropical fruit juices like pineapple and guava. Although mango cultivation is expanding in states like Florida and California, domestic production still falls far short of meeting demand. That's why the U.S. spends over $1 billion each year importing mangoes, primarily from Mexico, to satisfy its enormous appetite for this tropical fruit. Mangoes are a guilty pleasure for strict dieters, with a single ripe fruit packing up to 40 grams of sugar, about the same as a can of soda. But for the rest of the world, they're known as tropical gold, sweet, fragrant, and packed with nutrients. And what about you? Are you on team sugar shy, or do you melt at the first taste of juicy, sun-kissed mango? Although technology in the US is highly advanced and mango harvesting robots have begun to emerge, equipped with sensors to detect ripe fruit and robotic arms to pick each mango, this technology is not yet widely adopted. That's because harvesting mangoes isn't easy. The fruit bruises easily and trees are tall with wide canopies. As a result, hand-picking remains the most common method. Even so, machines still play a supporting role, with tools like lifts, conveyors, and creative harvesting devices helping boost efficiency and reduce manual labor. Every April, as mangoes begin to ripen and turn golden under the warm sunlight, the bustling harvest season kicks off. Each mango is carefully inspected right in the field before being picked. Don't be fooled by appearances. Not every golden fruit is ready. Each mango variety has its own ripeness cues. Some turn from green to yellow, others take on a rosy blush, and some can only be judged by gently squeezing the skin to check for just the right firmness. For low-hanging mango trees, harvesting is done entirely by hand. Farmers gently hold each fruit, feeling for ripeness through its taut skin and just right softness. A skill that may seem simple, but actually requires experience to avoid bruising the flesh. When mangoes are out of reach, harvesters use a specialized stem cutting tool, a long pole equipped with a sharp gripping head. This design allows them to reach each mango from the ground and gently cut the stem without causing the fruit to fall or bruise. For taller trees, especially on large-scale farms, hydraulic lifts are used, like a mechanical arm that raises workers safely to reach thick, towering canopies as high as 5 to 6 meters. This blend of traditional techniques and modern support makes mango harvesting more efficient, safer, and less labor-intensive. On average, one person can harvest up to 1,200 mangoes per day, depending on the height of the trees, fruit density, harvesting technique, and weather conditions. Especially when cutting the stem, farmers must leave a small portion attached to the fruit to prevent sap from oozing out and damaging the skin or staining other mangoes. That's why, right after harvest, the stem of each mango is rinsed with a gentle stream of pressurized water to remove the sticky, irritating sap. This simple step not only helps the fruit maintain its fresh appearance, but also extends its shelf life, especially important during long-distance transport or export. Mango sap is highly acidic and can cause skin irritation, burning sensations, or allergic reactions upon direct contact. That's why during harvest season, gloves, arm sleeves, and protective clothing are essential gear for professional mango growers. After harvest, the mangoes are quickly transported to nearby processing facilities to preserve their freshness. The ripe mangoes are placed into large red plastic crates specifically designed with ventilation holes on all sides. These openings help keep the fruit cool and well ventilated, minimizing heat and moisture buildup, and significantly reducing the risk of spoilage during transport. After a bumpy ride aboard heavily loaded trucks, the fresh crates of mangoes finally arrive at the processing facility, where their true transformation begins. Here, workers will conduct a preliminary inspection, carefully selecting the mangoes that meet the required standards, while discarding those that are damaged, bruised, or show signs of disease. Only the finest fruits will proceed to the next stage of the process. Next, the mangoes are placed into a water bath or a continuous flowing water stream, where the gentle sound of water not only helps remove dirt but also cools the fruit, preventing premature fermentation and keeping the mangoes fresh. After the preliminary wash, the mangoes are passed through a high-pressure water spray system, where powerful jets of water clean off any remaining impurities and bacteria from the skin. The spray nozzles are automatically controlled, ensuring that each mango is evenly washed without the need for manual intervention. This not only boosts efficiency, but also reduces the risk of direct contact, all while maintaining the highest quality of the product. The mangoes are soaked once again in a sanitizing water solution, typically ozone water, a method that not only helps eliminate bacteria and mold. Then the mangoes move on to the drying area. Here, they gently roll along a conveyor belt lined with soft, wave-like padding, designed not only to prevent scratches but also to absorb any remaining water on the fruit's surface. Some factories also install overhead air-blowing systems to speed up the drying process, ensuring the mangoes are completely dry before entering the sorting and packaging stages. After being thoroughly washed, the mangoes travel along a conveyor system and pass through a scanner equipped with automatic sensors that sort them based on size, color, and ripeness. Mangoes that meet the standards in shape and show no signs of bruising or damage are sent to the next processing stages, while undersized, substandard, or damaged ones are redirected for processing into other products, depending on specific criteria, such as mango juice or dried mango slices. Mangoes that meet the quality standards after sorting are labeled with traceability information, clearly stating the place of origin and packing date. Each fruit is carefully placed in plastic trays or cardboard boxes lined with soft foam to minimize impact during long-distance transportation. For premium varieties like Honey Gold or Nam Doc Mai, each mango is additionally wrapped in protective mesh to preserve its shape and extend shelf life. The mangoes are then stored in cold rooms at an ideal temperature of 10 to 13 degrees Celsius, with humidity around 90% to maintain their crisp texture and vibrant color. Once all quality standards are met, the mangoes are packed into large cartons and shipped in refrigerated containers to supermarkets, restaurants, and retail chains around the world. And while the highest quality mangoes are carefully packaged for destinations around the world, the remaining ones embark on a different kind of journey, a magical transformation inside modern processing factories, to be transformed into a wide variety of mango-based products. First, let's take a closer look at the frozen mango production line, where ripe, juicy mangoes are flash frozen step by step to preserve the full taste of summer all year round. After sorting, each mango is securely fixed onto a specialized holder. Then, an automated blade system peels off the outer skin with a rotating motion, carefully preserving the fruit's shape and flesh. Next comes the cheek cutting stage, a task that requires both skill and precision. Since mango flesh is soft and easily bruised, most factories still perform this step manually, despite having modern production lines. Then the mangoes are washed again, using a foaming solution and air pressure to remove any remaining dirt, then quickly dried by an automated lifting system before moving on to the next processing stage. After the cheeks are separated and the seed removed, the mangoes are fed into an automatic cutting machine that slices them into uniform cubes. Sharp, high-speed blades process thousands of pieces per minute with high precision, ensuring each cube is the ideal size for freezing. Ever wondered how frozen mango cubes stay loose instead of clumping into a solid block? The secret lies in the vibrating mesh system. As the cubes move along a stainless steel tray, continuous shaking spreads them evenly and removes excess surface moisture. This small step makes a big difference. By minimizing moisture, it prevents ice buildup and keeps the cubes separate. Modern IQF lines can freeze 2 to 3 tons of mango per hour, dropping the temperature to -35°C in under 20 minutes. After freezing, the mangoes are packed into moisture-resistant cardboard boxes lined with plastic film, each weighing about 5 to 10 kilograms. The boxes are sealed, fully labeled, and stacked on pallets, ready to be stored in cold rooms for export. The magic of delicious mangoes doesn't stop there. Mango isn't just turned into crispy snacks, it also drives millions of people crazy for the iconic, chewy dried mango. Once the mango is ready, golden mango slices are gently placed into the drying chamber. Here, they undergo a slow drying process in a tightly controlled environment, typically between 50 and 60 degrees Celsius. The drying period lasts from 10 to 14 hours, depending on the thickness of the slices and the ripeness of the fruit. This process reduces the moisture content to an ideal level while preserving the mango's natural color, sweet flavor, and irresistibly soft, chewy texture. After drying, the soft mango slices are removed from the trays and sealed in foil pouches to extend shelf life. And now, let's head to the mango juice factory, the part we've all been waiting for. Here, workers place mangoes into trays and use hand pressure to pre-press them into small cube-like chunks about 20 millimeters in size, helping to release some of the juice and prepare them for the final pressing process. Next, the mango chunks are fed into a grinding machine. This equipment crushes the small pieces into a fine pulp. The resulting pulp is then transferred to a fruit press where mechanical pressure is applied to squeeze out the juice. To obtain a clear juice, the mixture must go through an additional filtration process to remove any remaining solids. The filtered mango juice is then filled into large industrial plastic drums, lined with specialized plastic bags to prevent contamination and ensure food safety. These drums typically hold between 200 to 250 liters of juice and are kept refrigerated or deep frozen while awaiting transport to bottling facilities. Finally, the mango juice is automatically filled into thoroughly sterilized PET bottles, then sealed tightly using heat sealing technology to prevent air or bacteria from entering. This fully enclosed, highly automated process not only ensures food safety but also extends shelf life. So every drop of juice reaches consumers rich in sweetness, smooth in texture, and full of nutrients. From there, it finds its way everywhere. On the shelves of major supermarkets, in family refrigerators, next to a glass of ice on a summer table, or as part of a refreshing, energizing breakfast. Leaving behind the bustling processing factories, we return to the peaceful, endless mango orchards to explore how mangoes are grown, the true beginning of every miracle. Mango trees are usually grown from young grafted saplings nurtured in nurseries. Once the plant reaches about 40 to 60 centimeters in height and has developed a stable root system, farmers transplant it into prepared planting holes in the field. The soil is carefully packed around the base to retain moisture and support the young tree. From here, the long journey of careful cultivation begins. In the early months, farmers carry out strategic tip pruning, cutting off the main shoot to prevent the tree from growing too tall and encourage lateral branching. As new branches emerge, they are gently tied and guided to help form a low, well-balanced canopy, improving sunlight exposure and resistance to strong winds. Young mango trees require light shading, consistent moisture, and close protection from pests during this delicate stage. Farmers often use drip irrigation systems, which conserve water while delivering steady hydration to the roots. In parallel, they apply regular fertilization, combining organic and mineral nutrients to strengthen root systems, encourage sturdy growth, and maintain lush green foliage. From these small saplings, wide canopies gradually unfold under the warm countryside sun, preparing for the moment they bloom and bear fruit, bringing the signature sweetness of mango season to tables around the world. The journey behind every bottle of golden mango juice is just as sweet, from sun-drenched orchards to every refreshing sip you enjoy. Each bottle is the result of a careful process of growing, harvesting, and dedication at every step. And this is only one of many incredible journeys. There are still so many fascinating stories to uncover behind the foods we enjoy every day. If you found this video enjoyable and informative, don't forget to like, share, and leave us a comment to support the channel. To the discerning foodie, pineapple on pizza is a flavor misstep. But to millions of others, it's a perfect sweet and savory slice where taste and culture blend in a single bite. Every year, more than 28 million tons of pineapples are harvested worldwide and transformed into canned pineapple, refreshing juices, and crunchy snacks that serve billions of people. From sun-drenched tropical fields to high-tech factories, the journey of a pineapple is a perfect mix of nature, technology, and human hands, coming together to create those sweet, precise slices of tropical delight. Today, join Agriculture Insight as we step inside some of the world's most advanced pineapple processing plants and discover why this golden fruit truly deserves the title, King of the Tropics. Let's dive in. Imagine standing in the middle of endless pineapple fields with rows of spiky green crowns shimmering under the sun. Welcome to Costa Rica, the pineapple paradise of Central America, producing over 3 million tons every year. But when it comes to the pineapple processing industry, the true king is the Philippines, home to massive global-scale factories that contribute over 40% of the 5 billion cans of pineapple produced annually. Pineapples have always been called the royalty of fruits, with a crown on top and a suit of spiky armor. But beneath that rough exterior lies juicy golden flesh, bursting with sweetness and a tropical aroma. It's not just delicious. Pineapples are also a superfruit, packed with vitamin C that boosts immunity, brightens skin, and fights inflammation. Compared to many other tropical fruits like bananas or papayas, pineapples take much longer to be ready for harvest. Each one takes around 18 to 24 months to fully mature. That's nearly 2 years for a single fruit. Every April, when ripe pineapples release their sweet aroma under the morning sun and hide their golden nectar behind spiky armor, harvest season kicks into high gear. Timing is everything. Pineapples taste their best when they hit peak ripeness, but that golden moment is fleeting. Harvest them too early, and they won't have developed enough natural sugars. Wait too long, and they become overly soft and too ripe. That's why farmers rely on experience, instinct, and sometimes even a good old-fashioned taste test to pinpoint the perfect time to harvest. Once all the conditions are just right, the harvesting begins. But pineapple picking is not for the faint of heart. Each plant is surrounded by long, razor-sharp leaves, forming a natural, barbed wire fence. To avoid getting cut or scratched, workers must wear full protective gear: thick gloves, long-sleeved shirts, and in some places, even face shields to guard against the leaves. Each pineapple is carefully cut from its stem to avoid damaging the crown or harming the mother plant. Interestingly, the base of the plant is often left intact because it can grow another pineapple in about a year. A tough little cycle of renewal. These days, advances in technology have completely transformed the way pineapples are harvested. On large farms, specialized harvest vehicles are now equipped with automatic conveyor belts, eliminating the need for workers to haul heavy bags by hand. Instead, all they need to do is snip the fruit and gently place it on the belt, which then transports the pineapples straight into the storage compartment of the vehicle. This tech not only saves time and reduces manual labor, but also minimizes fruit damage and boosts productivity by 3 to 5 times compared to traditional harvesting methods. Loaded trucks filled with fresh pineapples begin their journey from the lush green fields, wrapping up another bustling harvest season. And now comes the most important moment, when the pineapple will transform into countless irresistible products, ready to conquer all tastes and deliver an unforgettable experience. As soon as the trucks arrive at the factory, they're directed to the receiving area, where the first strict inspection begins. Here, pineapples are released into large water tanks for a surprisingly natural quality check. The ripe, sweet ones, with just the right sugar content, float to the surface. Meanwhile, damaged, underripe, or spoiled fruit sinks to the bottom and is immediately removed. It's a simple yet incredibly effective first step in sorting out the best from the rest. Next comes the cleaning stage. Pineapples are moved into an automated washing system that includes rotating tanks, high-pressure spray nozzles, and a mild disinfectant solution. The entire process takes just a few minutes, yet each line can handle up to 10,000 pineapples per hour. That's the output of a large farm in just one morning. Pretty impressive, right? The most beautiful, perfectly round pineapples are carefully selected and sent to the export storage zone. Here, each fruit is coated with a thin layer of edible plant-based wax, which helps retain moisture and gives the pineapple's skin a glossy, irresistible shine. Once the wax dries, workers perform a final manual inspection, sorting the fruit by size, weight, color, and ripeness. Only the perfect candidates are placed into cardboard boxes, each labeled with a QR code for traceability, ready to cross oceans and land in the hands of consumers around the world. Ripe pineapples are carefully peeled, revealing golden flesh fragrant like morning sunshine. The juicy slices are gently pressed, preserving their natural sweetness, subtle tang, and fresh aroma. The final juice is poured into clean, clear bottles, ready to deliver a burst of pure freshness in every sip. And if you're someone who prefers the crisp bite of a chilled pineapple slice over sipping a glass of juice, then what comes next is sure to get you on the edge of your seat: the process of making ready-to-eat pineapple. After initial preparation, the pineapples are sent into an automatic peeling system equipped with ultra-sharp blades and smart sensors. Each fruit is placed into a mold, where the blades adjust precisely to its size, stripping away the tough, spiky skin in just a few seconds. If pineapples had feelings, they might scream in despair as their sturdy armor is torn off in the blink of an eye. At the same time, a hollow drill neatly removes the hard core from the center, leaving behind nothing but the juicy, golden goodness. Moving on to the next step, where golden rings are created without a single human touch, perfectly shaped and astonishingly precise. Moments later, they rest neatly inside gleaming cans, bathed in a sweet syrup, like tropical jewels waiting to be handed over to their lucky recipient. In a separate process, the golden pineapple rings continue their journey along the conveyor belt, where they are neatly cut into uniform triangular pieces. From here, the pineapple is directed into two main processing paths, one for canning, the other for drying. For canned pineapple, each piece is carefully placed into tins, filled with syrup or pineapple juice, then sealed and sent through a sterilization process. Once cooled, the cans are labeled, boxed, and moved to the finished goods warehouse. As for dried pineapple, the pieces are placed into drying chambers until they reach the desired texture. After cooling and sorting, they are packed in specialized packaging to preserve flavor and extend shelf life. After witnessing the impressive transformation of pineapples in the factory, you might wonder, what did those fruits look like before they hit the conveyor belt? And where does their journey begin? Every journey begins with a solid foundation, and for pineapples, that foundation is the soil. But not every plot of land is immediately ready to welcome young shoots. First, the soil must be thoroughly loosened. This step isn't just about turning the top layer. It's a full-scale restoration, a way to awaken the earth after many growing seasons. High-powered tractors are brought in to break up the hardened subsoil, compacted over time by sun, rain, and repeated farming. Once loosened, air, water, and nutrients can flow deep into the ground, creating a fertile, well-prepared foundation for the next planting season. Once the soil is ready, growers move on to selecting the planting material. Healthy, uniform pineapple suckers, free from pests and diseases, typically 2 to 3 months old. At this stage, the suckers are ideal for quick rooting and stable growth. Planting is done by hand or machine, in neat, straight rows. Each sucker is placed upright, with the base firmly in contact with the soil. Spacing is carefully calculated to give each plant enough room to spread its leaves, absorb sunlight, and take in nutrients without competing with its neighbors. Though it's just the starting step, improper planting, such as placing the sucker at an angle, too shallow, or too deep, can hinder root development and slow down growth. Right after planting, the drip irrigation system is activated, delivering water consistently and efficiently. Some farms even use automated fertigation systems, which send dissolved nutrients straight to the roots, tailored to each stage of growth. Before the pineapple can grow vigorously, weed removal is an important step to eliminate competition for space and nutrients. Then, applying urea provides the necessary nitrogen, helping the pineapple quickly develop lush green leaves and grow strong and healthy. Once it has accumulated enough nutrients, the pineapple starts to grow vigorously, preparing to bloom and bear fruit, leading to a promising harvest. The pineapple has matured, but the journey of agriculture is full of exciting possibilities. Not just pineapples, but many other crops are changing every day thanks to technological advancements. How will technology transform the way we farm? Firstly, let's meet the blueberry. The small fruit with big personality. Don't let its size fool you. This tiny fruit is packed with character. Blueberries are like nature's candy, sweet with a hint of tartness, making them irresistibly snackable. But they're not just a treat for your taste buds. These little berries are bursting with antioxidants, vitamin C and K, and fiber. They're the overachievers of the fruit world, doing their best to keep us healthy while tasting delicious. There are over 30 different species of blueberries, but in the US, the two main types you'll encounter are the high-bush and the low-bush varieties. High-bush blueberries are the tall ones you see cultivated in farms, boasting plump, juicy berries, perfect for fresh eating. Low-bush blueberries, also known as wild blueberries, are shorter and produce smaller, intensely flavored berries, often used in baking and jams. Now that we've met the blueberry, let's head out to the fields where the magic happens. Harvesting 680 million pounds of anything is no small feat, and when it comes to blueberries, it involves a blend of tradition, technology, and a whole lot of hard work. When it comes to picking blueberries, farmers have a couple of tricks up their sleeves. The first, hand harvesting. Despite the wonders of technology, many farmers still rely on the tried-and-true method of hand-picking, especially for berries destined for the fresh market, where appearance is everything. Teams of pickers move through the fields, gently plucking the ripe berries and leaving the unripe ones to mature. Hand harvesting is labor-intensive but allows for a more selective pick, ensuring only the best berries make it into the basket. Plus, it's easier on the bushes and reduces the risk of bruising the delicate fruit. For wild blueberries, farmers have a few tools to help them harvest. They look pretty cool, don't they? We also have mechanical harvesting. For large-scale operations, mechanical harvesters are the go-to. Picture a giant machine that straddles the rows of blueberry bushes. As it moves along, it gently shakes the bushes, causing the ripe berries to fall onto catch plates before being conveyed into large bins. It's like a berry-friendly earthquake, minus the destruction. These machines are marvels of agricultural engineering, designed to maximize efficiency while minimizing damage to the plants and fruit. They can harvest acres of blueberries in a fraction of the time it would take a human crew, which is crucial when dealing with such massive quantities. Imagine vast stretches of land, blanketed with rows upon rows of blueberry bushes, their branches heavy with clusters of ripe berries. States like Michigan, Oregon, Washington, Georgia, and New Jersey are the blueberry powerhouses of the U.S., thanks to their ideal climates and soils. Blueberry season typically runs from April to September, but the exact timing varies by region. Farmers keep a keen eye on their crops, waiting for that perfect moment when the berries reach peak ripeness. Sweet, firm, and full of flavor. Harvest season is a bustling time on the farm. Workers often start at dawn to beat the heat, armed with buckets and an eye for the perfect berry. It's hard work, but not without its charms. There's a certain camaraderie among the pickers, sharing stories and laughter as they move down the rows. And let's be honest, sneaking a fresh berry or two straight from the bush is one of the perks of the job. Once the berries are picked, their journey is far from over. Next stop, the factory, where they'll be cleaned, sorted, and packaged. This stage is all about preserving quality and getting the berries ready for their debut on supermarket shelves or as ingredients in your favorite foods. The significance of modern technology and machinery in this entire process cannot be overstated. Advanced cooling systems are essential for rapidly reducing the temperature of large volumes of berries, which is critical for slowing down enzymatic activity and preventing spoilage. Automated washing systems ensure that berries are cleaned efficiently without being damaged, a task that would be impractical and less hygienic if done manually. Optical sorting technology can process thousands of berries per minute with remarkable precision, something that would be impossible with manual sorting. Moreover, modern machinery contributes significantly to food safety. Equipment is designed with sanitation in mind, featuring materials and surfaces that are easy to clean and resist bacterial growth. Automated systems reduce the amount of human contact with the product, lowering the risk of contamination. In addition to quality and safety, technology enhances efficiency and sustainability in the processing of blueberries. Energy-efficient machines reduce power consumption, and precision equipment minimizes waste by ensuring that only defective berries are removed. Some facilities even utilize waste products, like berry skins and rejected fruit, for secondary uses, such as natural colorants or animal feed, promoting a more sustainable operation. These berries aren't just tasty, they're economic powerhouses. The blueberry industry pumps billions into the U.S. economy. It creates jobs for farmers, factory workers, truck drivers, and even the folks who design those berry-picking machines. It's safe to say that blueberries are doing their part to keep the country rolling in the green, or should we say blue. Culturally, blueberries have woven themselves into the American fabric. They've inspired festivals where people celebrate all things blue and berry-licious. Who hasn't enjoyed a slice of blueberry pie on the 4th of July, or sipped on a blueberry smoothie during a summer picnic? They're featured in songs, stories, and even have their own day, National Blueberry Month in July. So, the next time you enjoy a handful of blueberries, remember the journey they've taken. From the fields where farmers work with a wink and a smile, to the bustling factories making sure only the best berries make it to your table. These small fruits play a big role in the economy and add a sweet touch to our culture and daily lives. And that's the berry delightful truth. Hope you'll enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get notified when our exciting videos go live. So you think you know avocados? That green fruit that's turned toast into a gourmet meal and made guacamole the life of every party? Buckle up, because we're about to dive into the wild world of avocado farming and processing, sprinkled with a dash of humor and a whole lot of love for this creamy delight. Picture this: sun-soaked orchards in California, where avocados hang from trees like nature's little grenades of goodness. Harvesting avocados isn't just plucking fruit off a tree, it's a delicate dance. Farmers have to wait until these divas decide they're mature enough, because, unlike bananas, avocados don't ripen on the tree. Nope, they prefer the post-harvest spa treatment. Armed with poles and clippers, workers gently persuade avocados to leave their lofty perches. It's a bit like coaxing a cat off a curtain rod. Patience is key. And let's not forget the safety helmets. An avocado to the noggin isn't part of the job description. Once safely gathered, avocados embark on a journey to the processing plant, which is less industrial complex and more spa retreat. Here, modern machinery takes the stage, transforming humble fruit into the superstar of supermarket aisles. First up, the avocados enjoy a soothing wash. Gotta get that orchard dust off. Conveyor belts whisk them along like a lazy river ride, but with more scrubbing and less sunbathing. High-tech optical scanners then play judge and jury, sorting the avocados by size, color, and any blemishes. It's like a beauty pageant, but everyone's a winner, except for that one with the funny lump. Modern machinery doesn't just speed things up, it ensures that every avocado reaches its destiny in peak condition. Automation reduces bruising, because nobody likes a mushy avocado unless it's in a dip. Plus, it boosts efficiency, meaning more avocados make it from farm to table without unnecessary delays. In a world where avocado toast waits for no one, this is crucial. These technological marvels also improve food safety. Advanced sensors detect impurities and contaminants, ensuring that the only surprise in your avocado is the occasional double pit, a rare but delightful find. Machines can operate faster and longer than humans, cranking out more avocado products to meet our ever-growing appetites. Automated systems ensure each product meets quality standards. Every tub of guac tastes just as heavenly as the last. Precision equipment reduces waste by maximizing the usable fruit from each avocado. More bang for the buck and less waste in the bin. Machines handle the heavy and dangerous tasks, reducing workplace injuries. Plus, advanced sanitation tech keeps the food safe to eat. Over time, automation lowers production costs, which can, hopefully, keep prices down for us guac enthusiasts. So what's the big deal about avocados in the US? Well, they're not just a fruit. They're an economy booster, a culinary icon, and a cultural phenomenon. Economically, avocados are green gold. The industry generates billions in revenue, supports thousands of jobs from farming to retail, and even impacts international trade. Who knew that something you spread on toast could have such a hefty wallet? In the culinary world, avocados have transcended their guacamole roots. They've invaded smoothies, brownies, and even ice cream. Chefs adore their versatility, health nuts praise their nutrients, and the rest of us just enjoy pretending we're fancy when we order that extra avocado slice. Culturally, avocados have become a symbol of the millennial generation, right up there with selfies and student loans. They've sparked debates on housing affordability. If only we skipped that daily avocado toast. Inspired endless memes, and even influenced fashion with their distinctive shade of green. Careful harvest in sun-drenched orchards to the high-tech processing plants where machines work their magic, avocados make quite the journey. They've managed to become an economic powerhouse, a culinary staple, and a cultural icon, all while being notoriously finicky about ripening. So next time you dig into some guac or elevate your sandwich with a few avocado slices, take a moment to appreciate the adventure that got it to your plate. And maybe, just maybe, raise a toast, avocado covered of course, to the marvelous machinery and dedicated folks who make it all possible. So that's the story of avocados. Hope you'll enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get notified when our exciting videos go live. Goodbye.